So hello everyone and welcome to the most requested video on our YouTube community. So if you're someone who wants to start a career in clinical research and cannot decide whether to join as a CRC or a CRA in 2026, you are not alone. Thousands of clinical research professionals are asking the same question right now. Both careers offers good growth, global opportunity and strong salary, but the skills, life cycle and career future are completely different. In this video, I'll break down CRA versus CRC, job roles, salary, job demand, work pressure, and which path is actually better for you in 2026. So before you choose your career direction, watch this video till the end because one decision today can shape your entire clinical research journey. As we are nearing 10,000 subscribers, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button and support us. Without further ado, let's start. So first and foremost, you need to understand about this particular career, that who are they? Who is a CRC and who is a CRA? So a CRC stands for Clinical Research Coordinator. A CRC is the one who works at the site level, which by mean at hospital or a clinic level. A CRC has to manage day-to-day trial operation at the site, which is the hospital site, and the CRC is responsible for enrolling and scheduling study participant visit, which is the volunteers or the subject and generally refers to as patients. A CRC is also responsible for maintaining source document and case report form, and CRC is also the one who coordinates between the ethics committee or the IRB, and the responsibility of ensuring patient safety and data quality at the site level is the responsibility of the CRC. Now let us understand who is a CRA. So a CRA stands for Clinical Research Associate. So a CRA works with the sponsor or the CRO site, and the CRA is the one who monitors the clinical trial site for GCP compliance, which means that the responsibility of the CRA would be to go to the hospital or the site and see how the CRC is working and how the clinical trial goes on. Okay, so the in terms of food chain, the CRC is at the site level and the CRA is appointed by the sponsor on the CRO side. Okay, so as a CRC, you are at the hospital side, and the one who starts the clinical trial at the sponsor level, that is the CRA who represents the sponsor. Again, the role of a CRA is to review the source document and the data at this particular site or the hospitals. And for this, the CRA has to travel frequently to investigator site and act as a bridge between sponsor and the site. Okay. And the CRA is also the one who ensures the protocol is correctly followed, and he has to document each and every activity what it is going on in the clinical trial as per the study protocol. Okay, so I hope you have understood what exactly is a CRC and what exactly is a CRA. Now let us understand what are the key differences between the two. Okay, when it comes to employment, the CRA works with sponsor or CRO, and as we have discussed, CRC works at the site. When it comes to work location, then the CRA has to travel to a lot of sites, so it is a multi-site approach. But when it comes to CRC, the CRC is only at the site or a hospital. Okay, the focus area of a CRA is to monitor and compliance of the clinical trial, whereas for a CRC, it is patient and data management. When it comes to GCP priority, that is good clinical practices, then the focus of the CRA is to adherence to the protocol, while the focus of the CRC is primarily to patient safety. Okay, when it comes to travel, then the CRA has major travel, which is almost 50 to 80% of his job role. And when it comes to CRC, then the CRC does not have to travel because it is a site-based job. So they'll have to visit to the hospital every day, but need not to travel at each and every city like a CRA. Sorry. When it comes to salary in India, for a fresher CRA, okay, you have salary anywhere ranging around 4 to 8 lakhs per annum, and for the same fresher role, you have 2 to 4 lakhs per annum for a CRC. Okay, now there is a disparity between CRC and CRA, and it is primarily based on the kind of workload that the CRA has, as you can see here, as well as the understanding of the clinical trial, the protocol compliance, and knowledge of it. Okay, so if you are a CRC and want to become a CRA, I have prepared a CRA training program. You can check link in the description, which will help you understand and guide how a CRC can become a CRA, or even if you are a fresher and want to start a career as a CRA, it will be very helpful. Again, when it comes to US, you have 55 to 80,000 Okay, and when it comes to CRC, you have 40 to 60K. Okay, there is a disparity again, but in foreign countries, it is quite lower. When it comes to growth path, then a CRA will become a senior CRA and a project manager moving forward. And for CRC, they can become senior CRA, CRC, site manager. They can even go into regulatory affairs and project management also. Okay, so these were the key differences between a CRA and a CRC. Now, understanding the eligibility and qualification. So, if you want to become a CRC, you will have to start with your degree. Okay, and these all options for your degree, that is BSc, B Farm, nursing, MBBS, and life sciences graduation, can help you enter in this particular field. But if you want to stay there, then you need certification, and you need clinical research certification and GCP certification. Again, I have made clinical research and GCP certification separately, and they will give you each and every idea of the clinical research, how a trial functions, what all activities are going, what are good clinical practices, what are 13 principles, what is E6R3, each and everything I have prepared. Okay, again, if you are interested in this certification, you can check this particular link out given in the description. Again, for a CRC, you need not need any kind of experience, but if you have any kind of internship, then that is a plus. When it comes to skills, you need to have good patient communication skill because you will be interacting with a lot of patients. You need to have good data entry skills and organization skills because you are the one who will prepare all the documentation and enter all the data in the EDC platform. Again, a must have attribute to a CRC would be to have some empathy, multitasking, and regulatory awareness because that is where the CRC role will revolve around. And it is always preferred if you know what EDC systems is, that is electronic data capture systems, and if you are aware of Medidata RAFE, EDC, IWRS systems, then you are in the front race to become a very good CRC. Now, what does it needs to become a CRA? For a CRA, you need to have your basic degree like a CRC, and again you need your certification. So ICH GCP certification is mandatory. If you have CRA training program certification, then that solidifies your stance towards becoming a senior CRA. When it comes to experience, then freshers are mostly not considered. You at least needs to have 1 to 2 years of experience as a CRC, and they prefer if you have CRO training. When it comes to skills, then you need to have attention to detail because you are the one who will review each and every document at the site level, followed by skills for report writing because you will have to write each and every report for your visit. And again, you'll have to use a lot of softwares to prepare those report, analyze the data. Again, a mastery over MS Office is always good. Must have activities is willingness to travel because a CRA travels almost 10 to 12 days a month and even more in some situations. So if you want to become a CRA and if you don't want to travel, then this role is not for you. Okay, so you should be able to travel almost half of the month. Again, the preferred skill would be awareness of software such as CTMS, Clinical Trial Management System, and Viva softwares. So this is the eligibility and qualification you require to become a CRA. Now coming on to salary and growth demand. So as per the global demand outlook, almost as you can see here, global CRO industry till 2028 will grow up to 18%. Okay, so there is a significant growth, and the requirement for new CRCs and CRA is almost more than 5,000 only in India. Okay, and the best part of Indian clinical research industry is that it ranks number one in clinical trial destination. That is, the global pharma companies, CROs are coming to India to conduct clinical trial, and to conduct clinical trial they will require more than 5,000 CRCs and CRA. So this becomes a very good opportunity for your career. And again, more than 85% of the companies prefer GCP certified fresher. So I would request you to get the GCP certification so that it will enhance your job opportunities. Again, if you consider the CRC and CRA opportunity, you can pause the video and look at the data, but more probably the CRA salary would be higher as compared to CRC. But if you have to enter clinical research and learn about clinical research, I would recommend that you start as a CRC and then move on to CRA position. Again, now let us analyze the pros and cons of each role. So for CRCs, this is a good role for freshers. Okay, again here you don't have to travel, you have a good work life balance. Again, you will have deep interaction with the patient so that you will understand what they are going through, what is the effect of the medication, whether it is helpful or not, and you will gain a strong foundation for even the regulatory affairs career also. Again, it is a hospital based job, so you will be always in higher demand. Okay, now what are the cons of this particular career? Then again, there is a lower starting salary as we have seen. Okay, there is limited site therapeutic area because each and every site works on different therapeutic areas. For CRA you can get a lot of exposure, but for CRC it is limited. Again, slower growth path, you can become senior CRA and at the most site manager, then you have to move. And again, less global mobility initially, because if you have any kind of investigators meeting, then and only then you'll get to travel, but for CRA it is a continuous move. Now let us understand what exactly are pros and cons of CRA career. For CRA, you have higher salary right from day one. You have global career opportunity followed by exposure to multiple therapeutic area as we've discussed. Again, CRAs are always higher in demand in CRO and pharma companies, followed by rapid career progression if you are good at your job. Now, what are the cons of this particular job? There is frequent traveling required, which can put a lot of toll on your body. High work pressure and deadline because you are working for the sponsor, so there is a lot of demand. Again, the stressful audit preparation, if your site is under audit, then it will be a lot of stressful opportunity, and work life balance is very low, and initially you'll struggle a lot, but it depends upon what kind of person you are, whether you like to travel or not, and there are a lot of things that you need to consider. Okay, so coming on to the most critical question, that in 2026 which particular career should you choose? Okay, so you can choose to become a CRA if you want a higher salary from day one, if you are comfortable with frequent travel, and if you aspire to work with global pharma and CRO roles. Okay, and again, if you are from pharmacy, MBBS, and life sciences background, you have a higher chances of getting into CRA role. Now, who should go to CRC role? So, if you are a one who prefers a stable job and don't like to travel, then this is again a good opportunity because this is a stable job. If you enjoy working with patient directly, then again CRC is a good opportunity for you. If you want to build a good CV, build experience, and then move to a CRO, then again CRC is a good opportunity. And from my experience, I can vouch that I also have CRC experience. And when I go to my project management interview or a senior CRA interview, they always value that I have worked as a CRC because they know that this person has worked at the site and knows what goes on in the site. If you are a fresher CRA, you will go to the site directly as a site monitor. But if you are a CRC and then become a CRA, then you have worked in the CRC shoes. Okay. Last but not the least, if you are from nursing background, science graduate, or a fresher, then CRC becomes a good opportunity because as compared to CRA, CRC is easily accessible and you can get a very good opportunity. Now I will suggest you a 5-step action plan to launch your career. So if you want to start a CRC or a CRA career, first and foremost, you get a certification in clinical research. Okay, I have made this affordable certification. Please go through it and build a strong foundation. Once you understand clinical research, you get yourself GCP certificate because GCP is one of the core guidelines that will help you build a clinical research career. Once you are good with clinical research concepts and GCP, then you build a strong CV. Okay, this particular CV will highlight your certification, your GCP, and relevant experience, and it will make you look solid. Okay, once you do that, then you need to apply to top CROs like IQVIA, Synos, Icon, LabCorp, because it matters where you start your working. Okay, so make sure you work in the top hospitals and top CROs so that your CV becomes solid right from the get go. And last but not the least, make sure that you're actively networking. Okay, go on LinkedIn, update your profile, send connection requests to various CRCs and CRA which are in the company you want to go. Okay, again, if you want to be part of a clinical research community, it's always a good idea to join a group. So we also have prepared a group for Indians in clinical research where we share a lot of insights for CRC and CRA career, and we help and mentor students also who want to start their career. So again, I will give link in the description. You can even join that particular LinkedIn group. So thank you for watching this video till the end, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel as we are nearing 10,000 subscriber, and your support will be very helpful for us. Thank you.